Hello, happy Saturday. Welcome back to Reads of an Apple. My name is Stacy and we are here to do Vlogmas day 17. I'm going to try to get through this as quick as I can. We've got like 20-ish minutes, just over 20 minutes until 1 o'clock. And today, Jen from the Book Refuge is going to have Sophie Lark and Line? I don't know how to say her name, but I will learn it during the live show. She is the artist that I've bought some of her stuff for the Stay a Spell series before. But she did all of the artwork for Anastasia, and she has done a bunch of different artwork for Sophie Lark's books as well. So I'm very excited for the live show. So yeah, I need to get this done. I've had a very busy morning. I went to UPS and I got my package mailed, and then I went to Walmart and did my grocery shopping. And then I ended up having to run to Safeway again because they were out of the wheat checks, corn syrup, and they didn't have any eggnog. And I really wanted some eggnog. So I ran, but I was like, we have to have the wheat checks. That's like one of the 4 main checks that you have in Chex Mix, and I'm making my uncle's Chex Mix. So I went to Safeway, and they only had the ginormous boxes, or the ginormous like half-gallon things of eggnog, and I was like, well, I guess I'm gonna have a lot of eggnog for this week. But yeah, I got everything done. I should be done shopping. I'm just waiting for one of my brother's presents, but it has already been shipped, and it's supposed to come Monday or Tuesday. So, and then yeah, last night, Friday night, we were going over things, and I was like, do we want to make any cookies this year? And we kind of talked about it. So I pulled out recipes to make a few different ones, but I think what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to do the Chex Mix tomorrow and Sunday, and then maybe do like 1 cookie Monday, 1 cookie Tuesday, and like try to do like 1 at a time throughout the week, and then maybe things will be, instead of me just like being stuck in the kitchen for like 6 hours. But yeah, so happy Saturday. And let's just get into my normal Vlogmas fare. So I have been doing the Adagio Advent Calendar. They are 24 days of tea. This is the loose leaf version. If you have not seen any of my vlogs, first of all, I have a huge Vlogmas playlist, so check that out. But otherwise, this is the 4th year I've been doing the Adagio Advent Calendar. They are my favorite tea company, and the first year I did the bagged version, and then I switched to the loose leaf version, and it's just, I have tried other brands and I did not like them as much. So this is my go-to. I will be doing their Advent Calendar as long as they make it. Let me pull out, what is today? Today's the 17th. Okay. And I do have a spreadsheet for the last 2 years, so 2020 and 2021. I kept track of what was in the thing on each day, and then my score. So we'll see at the end how many were repeats and how many were new ones. Okay. Ooh. Interesting. Okay. So today we have Blackberry Sage Oolong, and this recommends steeping 3 to 5 minutes at 212 degrees Fahrenheit, and this has oolong tea, sage, raspberry leaves, natural blackberry flavor, and raspberries, and it has moderate caffeine. Okay, and so this was in 2020's box. It was December 10th. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. So I liked it. But I don't see it in last year's. So it's been a couple years since I had this one. So I'm interested to see how it has held up. If I can find my scissors here so I can cut it open without getting tea everywhere. They do have little perforations that are usually easy to tear open, but I just want to be safe and cut it. But yeah, ooh. Ooh, it smells really good. The blackberry and the sage, I mean, I'm a big fan of both of those scents anyway, but ooh, compared with like the oolong, but look at that. It's super pretty. I'm excited for this one. So today, since I usually show you, I'm using this guy for my tea strainer. And then I have another one of my Christmas mugs that I pulled out. I only pulled enough out to cover the remaining days left for Vlogmas, so I'll try to just do one a day. Although tomorrow I might do a non-Christmas mug because I have a plan for tomorrow. And then today's mug I'm using is merry and bright with Christmas stuff all around. And it's kind of hard to tell, but there's a hole here and here. And it has like a little spoon that you can slide in here. I feel like I got this at Kohl's a few years ago. And it is repeated on the other side. But I love the size of it. I love the shape of it. And it's just super cute. And my tea is super steamy, so let us get it steeping. Okay. So while that does its thing, let me switch my stuff here. Okay, so, today's book is one that I actually read this morning while I was shopping. I checked this out via Hoopla and I listened to the audio. It was about an hour and a half long, but I picked up The Christmas Cuckoo by Mary Jo Putney. I read her for the first time earlier this Vlogmas and loved the Christmas novella that I picked up. And so I saved a couple of the other ones that Hoopla had, and I am very excited to continue reading Mary Jo Putney. I think she is going to be an author who, I mean, technically she's not new to me anymore, but she's a newer author that I want to add her backlist to my list of authors I want to catch up on backlists for. But yeah, so I enjoyed this. This was super good. This is Meg and Major Jack Howard, and she has a younger sister, a younger brother, and an older brother. There might be one more kid. But I think it's just Phoebe, and I can't remember her younger brother's name, and then it's her, and then their brother Jeremy, and he's currently fighting in the war, and he mentions that he's going to invite his good friend who is a soldier alongside with him, that Jack Howard, and if Meg can pick him up because he will be arriving before Jeremy does. So she arrives at the inn the day he's supposed to be there, finds Major Jack Howard and brings him home, and he's completely like he is kind of drunk, but he's also just completely exhausted from traveling and coming from the continent and things like that. So she brings him home, gets him some rest, and they have this, and then they just kind of get to know each other, and he helps her prepare for Christmas, and they go and collect like holly boughs to make kissing boughs, and you know, he's helping her like decorate and clean up the house, and he's helping the younger brother, and they're all just kind of spending the Christmas time together. And it was just such a sweet feeling because he doesn't really have anybody to celebrate with. And I mean, you could probably tell from the name of the story, he is the wrong Jack Howard. There are two Jack Howards. He's also about a decade older than she expected. So it sounds like he's like in his mid-30s, and her brother's like mid-20s. But she just, so he wants to tell her because he doesn't figure it out right away, but she mentions something and he starts to realize it's the other Jack Howard, or another Jack Howard. And because he hears Meg at first, and he's just like, oh, I don't know you, and I know several Jeremys, but Jeremy's not there, so he can't see him and see if he is the Jeremy that he's met before. But once he starts like getting to know everybody, and he's helping them around the estate and just getting to know them, it's kind of like a found family situation where he just completely fits in, and it kind of reminds me of my second favorite Hallmark Christmas movie, which is A Very Merry Mix-Up. And it was so fun, and it was so sweet and cozy feeling. And I love when her brother shows up and he's like, look who I have. We ran into each other at the posting inn. And so his friend, he's with his friend Jack Howard. And they're like, well, who's this guy? And then we come to find out that Major Jack Howard, the one that has been living with them, is like some huge war hero. He's technically an earl. Or maybe he becomes an earl, because there's the whole thing about them not having money because their father supposedly gambled away the deed, but then they find out that the person that the father was gambling with didn't actually have the deed, and they find the deed hidden in the cuckoo clock. And so I can't remember if it's that makes him an earl, because as him becoming her husband, he would get the title passed to him. Or no, I think he just was an earl. And that this was now for her family or something. I don't know. It was ending while I was at the checkout. So, I mean, it was perfect timing, because I was at the checkout at Safeway when the book ended. And I was like, perfect timing. And then I listened to Christmas music on the way home. So I might have missed something there, but I enjoyed it. And like, it wasn't some big, oh, we hate you, oh my gosh, you tricked us, get out of here. But it was just very like, I liked that he was someone that the two, like Jeremy and the other Jack Howard, were excited to meet, because he's like a known person in the army, and they're like, oh my gosh, it's Major Jack Howard. And then the other two, they're like, I think we're related by some distant cousin or something like that. So I don't know. And then I don't know, it just is super cute. But I loved how he was just like, and there was a kitty, and I loved how when we were in his POV at times, he was like, I'm going to try to find her alone and compromise her or kiss her. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm loving these Christmas novellas from Mary Jo Putney. Do not be surprised if I end up picking up another one before Vlogmas is over. So yeah, I gave this 4.5 stars. I really enjoyed this. It had me chuckling in the store, and smiling, and it was just really fun and cute. And I mean, I only gave it 4.5 stars because I did wish it was just a touch longer. And I felt like the whole deed thing, I mean, while that was nice, it just felt a little like an extra unnecessary thing. Although them losing the deed or not having the deed kind of put them in the situation they were. But I mean, 4.5 stars. It just gave me everything. Almost everything I could want. It wasn't quite as good as the other one I read. But I loved it. So yeah. Let me check the tea and see if it's steeped enough for me. I think so. Okay, we'll have to do things a little quick over here because I'm running out of time. I think I could do with it to be steep stronger, even though oolong is a big taste. But you get that blackberry in the scent and in that original taste, but as you kind of swallow, the sage comes out, and that little bit of like floweriness, or just more herbal-esque I get. And then you just get that hint of oolong throughout it all. And it's delicious. I think the 4 out of 5 that I had 2 years ago is spot on. It's still a 4. I'm doing out of 10 this year. Don't ask me why I randomly decided to change it. But yeah, I'm going to stick with the same kind of thing. 8 out of 10. This is delicious. I love fruity teas. And I like the little bit of a surprise of a sage in there. Because then it's not as like stereotypical blackberry tea. If you know what I mean. But yeah, this is phenomenal. I love it. So, let us do my other advent calendar. So the other advent calendar I am doing is the Fortune Cookie soap. They did, the theme this year is letters to Santa. They usually do a Christmas style box, and they had 2 options this year, the 12-day and the 6-day, and I went with the 12-day version. I will link them down below. All of our scent descriptions and stuff are on the back here. But let us see. So we've got December 17th. This looks like it's one of their hand cream tubs. So it could be like a body frosting or one of their whipped creams or something like that. But let's see. I mean, they use this type of little container for a lot of different things. I can't tell what it is. Deep Muscle Cooling Gel, a true act of goodwill. Interesting. I have never seen this from them before. Deep Muscle Cooling Gel. Apply liberally to sore muscles. Avoid eyes and mucous membranes. Wash hands after application. Huh. That's cool. I mean, I don't normally get sore muscles, but I mean, I can from time to time, but ooh, that is gorgeous blue. Look at that color of blue. That is like pretty. Ooh, yep, that is peppermint and probably eucalyptus, but it's certainly, or even more of like a wintergreen mint. Very minty, very, very minty. That's exciting. I'm excited to try this. I almost kind of want to pull a muscle just so I can see how well it works. But let's see what it shows here. December 17th, a true act of goodwill always sparks another. Fresh, crisp notes of peppermint and eucalyptus peacefully blend with scents of sweet cotton candy, caramel, and raspberry jam. I just got the peppermint and eucalyptus, but maybe once it like soaks into your skin, it leaves the more sweeter scents. I do get the touch of sweetness that I kind of figured was from the peppermint, but it could be from like the caramel or the cotton candy. But no, I love that. I love peppermint and eucalyptus anyway. I would totally get this if they had it in like a shower steamer or a shower spray. I would love that as well. So that is a great, just like calming minty scent. So I'm going to give that scent 5 out of 5 because it is amazing. And we had a really good tea today. It's so exciting. So yeah. If you'd like to leave me an emoji down below, why don't you do some type of bird? Because birds are in cuckoo clocks. But yeah. I think that's all I have. So thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. You know what to do. And I will see you all tomorrow.